Oh yeah.
It's so hard to not do yours though, because that's all I hear when I think of the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Walking Blind Party.
I feel like I need to change it now. It's becoming too
That's
too much of the norm.
Just give it to him, dude. And make a new one.
Yeah, you can have that one.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind Podcast. This is the show where we normalize checking in the homies. I'm Mike. That is also Mike. And this week for episode 61, we got a special guest in the house. We got our boy Perez, aka MGM Measures, aka Chris McCall, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Hey, hit that.
little golf clap. We have the applause that we're gonna plug in.
Where's a little stream deck at, man?
So, so we all go back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Even back through Porf.
Yeah.
Back in the days of MBR shows, things like that. And then on top of that, we used to do a lot of music together.
Yeah, we hit over like 100 shows in 1 year, so probably like 2 to 3 a week. It was pretty crazy. Had our moments.
we had some. I'll never forget though when we did the first DHS show.
What's DHS?
So DHS,
Dead Hip Hop Society, because we're trying to come up with a name, and so I was like watching Dead Poets Society. I was like, well, hip hop's not dead unless you say it is, whatever it is. So I was like, hey, Dead Hip Hop Society, like, yeah, let's rock with it. So
cool.
Try to get a little deep with it.
Yeah.
DHS for sure. So, but yeah.
DHS was originally you and our boy Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And
rest
then,
in peace. Well, yeah, we love him.
We love him. And then on top of that, I came in kind of like towards the end because I feel like we talked a bunch online and stuff, and then we never put two and two together that we were in the same place.
I mean, you were the guy that knew.
I just knew everybody.
Knew the program and make it sound good, and I was like, yo, throw some extra sauce on that, So I was like, hey, and then he also rapped really good too, but he came from like a background of like rock and like metal and shit, Like you showed me your first video or something where you're sitting in a chair, and then it's all dark. In your rock group or something.
Oh yeah. With
the
Creative Void.
lights all swinging and shit.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna start rapping. So I was like, all right.
and it was really
fire.
It was really one of those things where like this was like kind of Mikey Diamonds was already a thing, but I just didn't take it seriously, right? And I think that you had a big part in just being like, hey man, let's just come do some more music. Come get on this verse.
Yeah,
come
we
get
bring
on
the bottle of E&J. You still got that for me?
I still have your bottle of E&J that's never been touched.
How many years is that?
It's probably like 11 years old, and it's in the
that is age.
It's in the liquor cabinet. That's like E&J special edition now.
We're gonna have to take one before we, before
Let's
I
do
leave.
it. Yeah, we'll do it.
See how bad that is.
But yeah, so that was like that back in the day, and I came in because you and Jay were already putting out music. You guys were already doing stuff, and I would come in like throw a verse on a song here and there, and then it was like, okay,
nobody
cool,
like you.
Yeah,
you killed that.
Yeah,
ain't nobody like you. That's just hard, but yeah.
And then we just started like shows, music, shit like that from there. And it was like I still remember the first time we all performed together was at the Supper Club in LA. We did that like I'm So Fly.
Yeah.
And we thought it was this Supper Club. We were like looking up Supper Club and we thought it was in Vegas. Like the club that we were looking at, we thought, oh, this is the same place, and it was all huge and shit. And then we get there and we're like, oh, it's a little bar. It's a little bar.
It's the sister to whatever. And
yeah.
Like, damn. All right.
It was like that was the supper club. This was like the lunch or brunch club, But it was cool, man. And I just remember us being like, we thought we were gonna go on early, and we ended up later on in the night. And that's a bad combination when we all go out and hang out and drink and stuff.
Yeah.
So
you know what happened? Yeah, you know what happened.
So we got nice and toasty, nice and hammered.
And then I was on stage doing a thing. getting wild and shit, like, you know, MGK back in the day, not Machine Gun Karen, but, you know, so I got wild, and I had bought some brand new Vans. You know how Vans aren't forgiving, you know? I was jumping up, doing whatever, pow, my ankle goes out, I fall on the floor, and I'm still rapping on my back, and I'm like, yo, like, whatever. Mike goes, get up, motherfucker.
I turned and I look, and this dude just went like, and I was like, oh, we're gonna keep going. But he was laying on his back.
I didn't break character at all. I was just like,
I'm so fly.
I was so fly.
I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun.
Feeling it.
So that was the last night I ever like drank like that before a set. 'Cause I'd always drink and stuff, but then I was realizing, you know, at a young pace and stuff, or young age, you know, or whatever, like, don't shit where you eat. If I'm gonna go there, I gotta work hard, gotta do this, you know, like do my set and then get shitty afterwards, you know. So put on my performance, but still I blame it on the fucking Vans. Like, I never wore Vans again to a fucking set. You know, it's all Nikes and shit. You know, keep my Tempur-Pedic up with my old ass.
Dude, it's
pushing 40, man.
It's a night and day difference on stage, going from like Chucks and Vans to Nikes or like some like Adidas, like Ultra Boost or some shit like that. Like, just having that comfort is a game changer.
Dude, or you got to get the Vans that have the comfy cush.
The comfy cush Vans.
From what I hear.
Heard of that.
From what I hear. I don't know.
Those like the Steve Cabrillos or whatever. Or the cabs.
Dude, these otherwise I'd be out of the Vans game.
Yeah.
It's like, no way. But they got the comfy cush now.
Oh,
I can do it.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check those out and try them.
So let's before we get into more story time, let's jump into our mental health check.
Yeah.
You know, once a week we sit down, we talk to our homies and check in with each other, see how we're doing. So, Mike.
All right. So yeah, mental health check. Just kind of check and see where we're at mentally for the week, and that way we can kind of see, you know, if there's something we're doing that's helping us, or maybe we're neglecting to do something, and maybe that's why we're like in a funk. If we're in a funk. Mm-hmm. So, who's going first?
I'll go first, I guess.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were like reading them off your phone or something, like a tweet.
we should start doing some mental health checks with the listeners.
Get them ready.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be nice.
it's Monday mornings before we record. Mental health check. Where you at? And just have everybody
just
check
lay it
in.
on us real quick, anonymous, whatever.
Yeah.
We got to set up a phone service so we have the messages. We
Listen,
can call in.
Mike, we can't afford a phone service. we can't afford it.
I'll just. Oh, dude, I have an idea. All right. Well.
A Google number?
Yeah. That's what I had for my internship.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so we might set up a mental health check for you guys. We'll see.
Or you can do little Instagram posts where it just says anonymous on there, and when they leave it on there, it's just people that are already following you, so they don't got to do extra numbers and stuff. And then they can just leave it in your mailbox or your inbox, and then boom, you read them.
This guy, social media, verified.
Oh, nah.
Verified over here.
But yeah, so go. My bad.
Wait a minute, what fucking around? Hold on, what happened? I thought this was our show.
Oh, shit.
I'm good, man. I feel mentally drained and I feel just like tired, but overall, like, I'm good. I feel like I just haven't. You guys mentioned it too. Like, I just haven't really slept the past couple nights, and I feel like it's starting to hit me in a way where I'm like, I just need sleep. Other than that, though, like, everything's been chill, man. I'm like, you're getting ready to. By the time this episode comes out, the new coffee cups are going to be up on the store.
Hell yeah.
So
Wait, what?
yeah, we got
You
coffee.
got some?
Yeah, we got coffee tumblers.
All right, tumblers.
Yeah, so keep your cold drinks cold for 24 hours, hot drinks hot for 4.
Yeah.
You know? So those will be out, and then we'll be, you know, shipping them out. We got the new address, so you guys will no longer see my home address on the merch that I ship
PO
out.
box now.
We got
Missed your chance to stock
digital
Mike.
address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know, you guys, if you guys got in on the first merch order,
Come swing by anytime.
swing by anytime
My
Monday
bad.
evenings when I have Jesse here to help fend you guys off. Yeah, man, where are you guys at?
Yeah, so all right, during the holidays, like, you know, November, December, it gets hard for everybody and stuff, you know. And even like if you on your own business, you know, or whatever, like I was telling Mike, like, I jumped from working, you know, full time for someone else to just working my own shit,
Full-time
having my
studio,
LLC, all that. But it's like you got to get your own work. It's not just handed to you. You get, your paycheck, this and that. I got to go hunt for my shit. So during those times and stuff, it was getting slow, and I'm just like sitting there like, damn, what am I doing? This and that. Like I caught up on everything I need, lost motivation, did all that stuff. Some of the homies are hitting me up and stuff, and they're just like upset about things too, just because they're going through it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to them, like meeting them or whatever on emergencies and stuff, and because I do the same thing. I gotta check in on them because I don't want no one else dying and shit on me because I've had too many people die. I know a lot of people and shit, And so yeah, now January hit. Everyone's like, new year, new me, all this stuff, and I already know work's gonna pick back up because people want to put out new music. They want to do this. They want to do that. Everything. Right. So like now things are getting more busy for me, and I hate being idle and shit. So when I'm idle, I just start thinking, or I'm just like, I ain't good enough. Or I ain't doing this and all that shit. Like just know that you are good enough. All right. And just sometimes it ain't your time. You just gotta just slow it down a little bit, take it in, breathe and shit, and then think about what you need to do to calculate for your next plan. So, but.
Oh yeah.
You what?
This dude literally just passed the mic to you.
He did. Pass the mic to Mike. Yeah.
I've been doing pretty well. So like, what Mike was saying about the no sleep thing, it's just weird. Normally I can be like,
Normally you knock out whenever, wherever.
Yeah. Or it's like, or it's like I'll know like, I have a lot on my mind about this. This is probably what's keeping me up. But I don't know. I feel like it's been a pretty normal week. I've felt good, I feel like this was like a fun weekend. I feel like it was, good things happen. Not for my bills, but I feel like everything else. Yeah. But yeah, it's been good. I feel like I think something that maybe is if there is something underlined, it's not coming to my attention, but I think that's because I've been able to I've been singing like every day, and singing for me is like my greatest coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think maybe that's just keeping something at bay that I'm not even realizing is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's me. So I'm glad we got our mental health check out of the way. I was always planning to just do it at the very end. Normally when we have guests, we kind of forget. But I kind of want to go into just do some house cleaning, go into our weekend. Have you been keeping up with our football fantasy thing that we've been doing?
I watched, and then you guys had a little fantasy thing. I seen you guys go live. Probably shot some rockets or some mouse smoke or something. I was like, yo, I'm watching you spit that fire, and then had to deal with the kids, so I got off. But yeah, you guys are getting people in. I'm taking.
Hold on. I got to do this. I was like, what is that smell? There's fucking dog shit right here. I was trying to figure out. I was like, damn, what the fuck happened? Somebody stepped in dog shit.
Your dog, my shoe.
Oh,
look at it.
Nice. No. We're going to put your shoes outside.
Yeah, no shit. Oh.
We're getting this bag right here.
Yeah. I'm going to just, the Adidas.
Oh, no.
We got this.
Yeah, it wasn't me, man.
Dude, can I tell a funny story then while we handle this?
Yes, go.
So,
damn.
This is when MBR was on tour. We were in Florida. I always remember we were in Florida.
I was like,
I smell it. I smell it now. It's weird.
Hey,
now that you said it.
Clean, no, we good. I hate when people come to my studio and they got fucking stinky feet, and they blame it on their kid that's in there. He's all, hey, motherfucker, fucking. What's wrong with your stinky ass feet? It's like, man, you know it's yours. It's shit. Yeah,
dude, we had stopped at a friend's house just to use their shower, and then keep traveling during Warped Tour, and so everyone goes in except Martin. Martin's like, I'm too tired. I'm just gonna sleep. So yeah, that's fine. Everyone gets to that point, and so I go in, I shower. I'm like the first one in the van, just Martin and myself. I'm in the van, and I'm in there for a couple minutes, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And and it just smells bad. It's like a light hint of just I don't want to like be like, oh, that smells like shit, because I'm like, I know for a fact it's Martin.
It's my fault, man. I pooped myself.
Is that when I get nervous?
I was like, what? I couldn't figure it out.
I didn't sound that thing, but yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, there is a piece of shit on the floor. I was like, that's fucking weird. And then I was like, maybe your dog shit while
I thought Chewy got excited when he was in here, and then like
took a quick.
And I was like, let me check my foot, because I went over there to, and I was like, oh, hell no. Like the hot Cheeto lady. Hot Cheeto. Hell no. So, but yeah, you're talking about Martin?
Yeah, so I was like, dude, it smells like shit in here. And it's just Martin and myself, and I just took a shower. And so I'm kind of like, slowly getting upset. Like, damn, Martin, like
what the fuck,
maybe
man?
you should shower. And I think I maybe like passively aggressive was like, yeah, Martin, I know you're tired, but maybe you want to go in real quick and just.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm tired. I'm sleeping. I was like, all right. And so I had it so set in my mind that Martin just shit, or not shit, but Martin just smells like shit.
Yeah.
And so, we early in the morning we're kind of driving, and by now everyone's just like, dude, it fucking smells.
Yeah.
And like as we're kind of like trying to figure out, like, dude, that's like for real, that's shit.
Yeah.
That's shit. And so of course, like, I go and I look at my shoes, dude, and I have a big old.
It was you?
Yeah, dude, it was me.
Fuck.
He's getting mad about everyone.
I was blaming
everywhere
dude.
I go, it just smells.
Yeah. And I wasn't even blaming everybody. I was blaming Martin.
Did you tell him?
Yeah, I mean, afterwards. But then, like, so yeah, we like pulled over, and I had to clean the entire van. It was yeah, fun times. Shit on your shoe.
Hey, we're getting down to the real shit here. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Hey, even if you got to step in it sometimes.
That'll just go to show you. You can have the dopest shit in the world, dopest sneakers. And shit just happens sometimes, you know?
Sometimes you got to get shit on to emerge like a peacock.
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
They don't even fly, man. Oh, shit.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about trying to talk about our football
Yeah,
thing that
yeah.
we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse and Mike are still in it. I was eliminated with my brother, who apparently didn't even know. Like halfway we were watching the game, I forgot what he said, and I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, we're on the same team, you know that now, right? He's like, since when? I was like, since we did like the redraft after the first round.
First round.
So
After the wild card round.
So yeah, my team didn't fare too well, but Jesse is going strong. Who's you? It's you, Justin, and James.
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, my team sucks.
Who's your team?
The Raiders, but I
Raiders.
love them and shit. I was like,
Dude.
hey, someone wanted it. It's all.
Perez had his epiphany.
Apparently, I'm still a Raiders fan, man.
Perez is 1,000% still a
It
Raiders
keeps
fan.
it keeps happening. It keeps showing up in ways I didn't
mean,
expect.
Did you guys see that video of that flight attendant who was like, hey?
Yeah, that was another trigger for me.
Send that to
I'm like,
me?
fuck you,
Did I?
man.
I don't know. Someone sent it to
probably
me, and
did.
I was like, you know what, motherfuckers? Like, that's funny, but stop, because there's this guy that just bangs on the Raiders and all that shit, and then my boy just keeps sending me every day, and I'm just like, so what's your angle, like he's a Steelers fan and shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I still think the Raiders have the hardest gear, but
Well, yeah.
And the hardest stadium.
hardest stadium. I haven't seen the new stadium. I haven't been yet. I'm gonna go.
Shit. Hardest fans, but that's where it stops. Just like, when are we gonna win?
You're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's what it was. That was like my one of my first little giveaways. Where they're talking about Tom Brady possibly going to the Raiders.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And I said, like, do we want?
Do we
Tom
want Brady?
Yes.
And
Yes. I want Carr. Carr needs to get he needs to leave.
get on going.
Put in the backup quarterback shit, but yeah. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
anyways, I'm starting getting sad.
Well, that's what we do on this show. We
Yeah,
get sad and we
yeah.
talk about our feelings.
Yeah.
congratulations though to Jesse and Mike.
So who's got San Fran?
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin and our boy Chris. They got San
Who
Francisco.
you guys got?
I got
Kansas?
no. I have the
Bengals.
The Bengals.
Oh.
Yeah.
They keep like sliding in. Like,
It's Joe, man.
What's going on? Like, I don't know.
It's
like,
Joe.
Yeah,
Who else?
they keep sliding in.
Lucy and Tyler got the Eagles.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So, one of us has a real good shot at winning that league. When that liquid death,
When that liquid death
and
came.
those Taco Bell gift cards.
But we did make it a point that if anybody on the like teams of 3 won, obviously we're not gonna take liquid death case.
We'll just give Jesse our leftovers from here.
Yeah, Jesse already has a cup, so
So you guys are really sponsored by them, or no? You just buy the shit.
No, we have so our homie Raw works for Liquid Death, and so pretty much for us it was like, oh well, we fuck with this company, we support them, and in the beginning we were like, we're gonna suck Liquid Death's dick as long as it takes to get some free cases, and then Raw was like, I work for Liquid Death, here's some cases.
Yeah.
We're like,
Sick.
You don't gotta do any of that.
Yeah. He's like, if you want to suck anybody's dick, you can suck mine. We're like, well, we would have done that without the water, but thanks. Thanks for keeping us hydrated.
Dry in here.
Yeah.
And we're getting gear too. We got a nice little stand-up guy that we haven't been able to bring.
Yeah, we got a
seen
cool
the sticker in the back of the van and shit.
Yeah, cool little
that's-
banner.
Yeah.
So
Need to get the whole flag going out so when you guys get on top of the van and shit, start waving like.
I know we should really be shouting out Raw each episode.
You guys should just do that.
Sponsored by
like,
Raw.
And then you guys have little timers and stuff set on your stream deck or whatever. It's like, boom, every 15-minute intervals and shit. Like, oh, tapping with the homies. The next 15 minutes it goes through, boom, oh, we got a, non-paid commercial from Liquid Death. But, we're, and then you guys have some pre-recorded shit. I don't know.
we have
I'll be watching a lot of little podcasts. With, he's all, man, stop trying to run the motherfucker.
it's funny because we just recently started running ads on our audio version of the podcast, right? So there's about 3 ads a show just because of the length of our shows, and I could tell how behind people are because they're just now starting to hit me up, and ads have been running I think now for the past like 5-6 episodes, something like that, and then we put them on like the back catalog all the way to like episode 20. So if people are playing catch up, they'll get ads, and people are just now starting to hit me up like, I heard an ad on the episode. I'm like, thanks for listening, bud. Love you.
Stress, right?
So, but yeah, it's definitely, it's cool, man.
I mean, everything moves with just online or Instagram or any type of presence and stuff. Like that's where my stuff is, starting to move, I guess, since like last year. Is that like, I people pay me to have people engage on their posts or have, certain things done and stuff or whatever and shit, So it's like, I never thought I would get in a lane like that, but it's like Instagram's paying me like for reels. They'll pay me for this and that. I'm getting, subscriptions, whatever and stuff. So people are paying me for content, but I got to give them something that they're not normally getting, or whatever. They could pick my brain on like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's like only exclusive shit that you got to pay me to fucking answer these questions anyways and shit. So if you're already subscribing to me, you get, a few questions a month and shit. And I got you, or I'll start posting some little things I find like, hey,
you started doing like a premium content type of thing.
But not no OnlyFans, but yes. But basically without showing my, my nuts. He's like, what are these old wrinkled balls?
I'm like, I recognize that hand tattoo. What is this?
Yeah. But no, things are moving up with that and stuff in like ways I never even thought. Like I didn't think I could like make money off Instagram or any like ads or anything like that, But like now it's like moving in that direction of like, all right, cool, you pay me. I got run a bunch of verified engagement groups and stuff that'll just go ham on your fucking post, make you look fucking crazy and shit. Like and then whoever's following that person's gonna be like, what the hell's happening here? And then all of a sudden they're gonna get addicted, kind of like crack, where they can't just go back because, if you go back, you look like you fucking failed. So then the money keeps just coming in. And I'm just trying to get that from every pot or whatever, Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just trying to drop some gems on this episode too and stuff. Like,
So kind of going back though, like we were doing the music, we were doing the hip hop stuff. And this was back in the day where, I had a little studio in my apartment. You had a studio at grandma's house.
Yup.
And
everyone has a studio at grandma's house.
Yeah.
Shout out to grandma's.
Shout out to grandma's. And then from there, like I can tell you this like as your friend, but also as like an outside perspective. Like it's impressive to see how much you've scaled that business. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's lots of sad times.
there was like, I mean, you know, I saw him, but
I met a good girl, you know, my wife, you know, because I had, you know, someone else before that, not really compatible, but you know, had a beautiful son out of it. But yeah, I got my wife now.
yeah,
And she's like, you know, kept me like solid, kept me, you know, like moving like, you know, how I should move and things like that. Which I got to give props to her on that. So, you know.
holy shit, I was there on your first date. I saw y'all after your first date.
Yeah. Playing.
At the bar.
Elaborate, please.
At freaking Yard House?
Was it Yard House or because you guys had your first date and then you ended up going to, it was either events or like one of those other bars.
Yeah.
And then me and Martin ran into you.
Dude, like when my girl
afterwards.
started first, it was like 8 years ago or something. But my girl, when she first started dating me, we'd go places and stuff, and people would be like we're at Panera Bread, and someone would be like, MGM! And they're just driving by, I'm like, what the fuck? Or I'll be in the mall and shit. Someone's like, yo, what up, MGM? I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck that was. You know, whatever and shit. But then my girl's
deep
like,
down you were like,
my
yes.
girl, no, but yeah, it was. But my girl was like, are you paying people to come up to you? And I'm like, why would I do that?
Like,
no,
why?
like
No.
no, like, but it was like just during that first like bit or whatever, and then like it just started dying out, and I was like, where the fuck did all that come from? Like, you know, like it looked like I was famous as hell, but I wasn't, you know. So everyone was all giving me props, so I was like, I don't even know who the fuck this is, or I do know them and shit,
Yeah.
but it was just wild and stuff. I was like, no, I'm not paying no one to come.
Yeah,
Say what's up to
this
me.
is all
Like,
natural.
I couldn't even get my homie to get out of bed, come kick it with me. Like, he fucking tripping. Like, you know, so, yeah, we ended up going to events and stuff, showing her, and then, then we invited you to the wedding.
Yeah, that was 1,000% my fault.
I'm just playing, but yeah.
I forgot what happened.
I
Something
had
happened.
to, though, because you're the homie and stuff, you know? So.
Like something happened. This, of course, we're doing it big and baller. Like, this dude had his wedding on a yacht, right?
Wow, okay.
And so I was like, I got a new suit, everything, full intentions to go. Something happened where I wasn't gonna make it on time.
I think you said something with like a family.
Something happened where I was like, I think I was in LA and I wasn't gonna make it in time to get to like because we had to be there by 4 or something like that for the yacht to launch and then do rock star shit on the fucking ocean. Motherfuckers getting married, right? And so I was like, fuck, like, and I was so sad. I was like, I'm not gonna make
But
it.
I didn't even like make him feel bad either. I was like, hey,
He was
good
like, "Hi,
brother,
it's cool."
like, hey. see you
I'm
soon.
sure part of you was freaking out because you were getting married too, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was
It was nice, and then I haven't got divorced, so you know.
Hey,
So it's good, you know.
That's always a good sign.
I found me a real one though, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. We got a beautiful little, daughter,
Yeah.
and she's nice and she's a handful sometimes, but very rarely,
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a good kid. I know some other, homies' kids or things like that. I know a lot of people, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that, but shit just gets like shit
Shit gets wild.
Oh my god! Like, hey, I think my daughter's like pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
She's pretty calm.
I could be like, wilding out or something, but
Yeah.
but yeah. So I got a stress-free life on that aspect, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
That's fine.
Kids soon or what?
I think I'm closer to kids than I think.
You're probably closer
Not.
to kids than marriage.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants your kid, huh?
Yeah, I'm at this point. Like when you're
Yeah.
when you're when you're younger,
Mm-hmm.
like especially we'll just say the wild days, high school, early,
Yeah.
And so like the big fear is like, oh, I don't want to get a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
For me, especially like my mom would probably rip my throat out.
Yeah.
Now, I think my mom would probably be like,
why is that
You
not
probably have a
happening?
heart
Yeah.
attack. You came home like out of joy.
yeah.
Like, Mom, I got a girl pregnant.
She'd probably be like, does she love the Lord? You know what? It's fine.
You know what? It's fine.
We'll figure that out later.
We'll bring the kid to Sabbath school.
Yeah.
We'll be good to go.
But
Yeah.
no, man, I'm living the uncle life. Uncle life's pretty sweet.
Nice. Yeah. No, I got some friends and stuff that they're just strictly, like that. They're like, hey, I can just give the kid back or whatever. But they love, like their
Yeah.
nieces, or even if they're not like related like that, or just like family or friends, like
Yeah.
they're just like, hey, I can just go home and do my thing. I just got a dog or something like, I'm like, I feel that too.
That was
man.
me for a long time too.
Yeah.
I was just got a dog, and then I adopted a whole ass family.
That's always I've been a couple of times, Friday night.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what's going on? You're like, well, you can come to the pad.
Well,
hang out with me and Ellie.
You can come over and hang out with me and Elliot. Like we're hanging out here. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Before that full ass detour,
Yes, sir.
I've watched you kind of scale that business from like grandma's house, the homies recording. Every now and then you get a couple people in for like what $15 an hour. Just like
Yeah, I was at 20 an hour when I was starting, because I was like, you can't get mad, and I don't give a shit. I'm learning, and fuck you.
Like we're all learning.
Now I'm just like, fuck you. If you ain't paying and you want to sound like that, you better, think about it, because I ain't doing it. But yeah.
And that was like that, back in the day, seeing that to where now you have full studio in your house. I mean, you're working full time, basically producing, recording, engineering, doing all this stuff on top of like you said, your business, helping people out, building people up. You got artists that you're working with and managing now. And I saw that you've got like the exclusive beat page now where you're selling instrumentals and
yeah, I'm trying to move people off of my page to like, if they want to like buy beats, they can hit me up on there or something, because I'm still trying to work and still hit that aspect of like, yo, like I'm not only just the engineer, not only just a rapper. If I can make beats, what the fuck do you want? You want this? You want social media presence? What do you want from me?
Yeah,
I'm a whole ass fucking store and shit, like, so that's good in that aspect and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to put my hand in multiple pots, see what fills up more, see what doesn't, move, and try to like regroup and be like, all right, why isn't this working? Let me try this, or let me take a different approach to it and shit. But yeah, but it's definitely, exciting and scary,
What was the mentality when you stopped like working the 9 to 5 and went into the full time?
I was doing electrical. I ain't no electrician. I
remember you.
I put in floors. I've done that all my life. I can pretty much build a whole house. Electrical, you can get the fuck out of here with that. But that was like,
I'll do it.
That's my cousin's. His profession, all his life and stuff. My uncle's like, so they got me in because I'm family, so like, all right.
Like running fiber optic wire.
No, I was just running like whole ass complexes and stuff, and we're going and doing like commercial. We do like, everything or whatever, just like doing all this stuff. I hated it, big ass jobs. I had to go out to LA, drive there every day and stuff or whatever, or would carpool and stuff. But like, when it was my week, I'd hate that whole week because I had to drive there and drive back. And all the other times I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna knock out and shit,
Yeah.
But it just sucks. So we'd leave at 3 a.m. I get back at 6 at night and stuff, whatever. And I told my wife over, what was it, Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years ago, I was like, she's all, getting ready to go to where? I was like, nah. She's all, what? I was like, nah. So what are you talking about? And I was like, not going no more.
Done.
She's all, what do you mean? Because I was like, I was making a lot of money like with the studio, but like that would be my money, and whatever money I'd make from work would go to the house. Yeah. I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing it no more. I ain't working for the man. I was like, nah. She's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, the studio. What are you talking about? So I did it, and then she, she does. She's like basically a CPA. Like she runs her own, like her boss's company. His like mind is deteriorating. He's getting old and stuff. But he relies on my wife and shit. She's the one that holds the whole damn office together off of Riverwalk, and she set me up with my LLC and stuff, So we also do that for people. If you guys need an LLC, anything like that, let me know. Hit me up. All right. We do everything. But yeah, my wife does. Anything you need. Anything you need. It's just right here.
Got you.
Just flashing letters with your Instagram handle.
Oh shit. But she set me up my LLC and stuff, got all that together, and then I was in the middle of a stream when I had my computer when I was streaming and stuff, doing like Twitch back in the day. I need to get a capture card, but I was in the middle of the stream and they're like, I got an email, it was like, boom, it was like your LLC, blah blah blah, whatever. I got my license, my EIN number. I was like, holy shit. No, I was like, we're fucking partying.
The
Like,
real deal.
This shit got wild as hell in there. Just started drinking more fucking Jack Daniels and shit. Got in trouble, obviously. But I was like, I don't care. This is the night, you know? But yeah, so I ended up just doing that time like over Valentine's week. And I was like, I ain't going in no more. And just ran it from there and stuff and just took the jump, you know. I watched that Steve Harvey fucking that little video. He's all, you gotta just take the jump and fly. And I was like, fuck, he's talking to me right now. You know, I was like, I gotta do it. I was like,
You're right, Steve. You're right.
with your big ass rabbit teeth. So, but yeah, so I just did that. And, you know, obviously with anyone and shit, it's just up and down and stuff. But it's good.
And then when you, this was after you guys already bought the house, right?
Yeah, we bought the house. Then we went and, you know, bought a new garage, and, you know, the little glass garage. Put the LA style front entry door, painted the whole shit, did everything and stuff. So now the house is like set, so I ain't got to work on that no more because that was draining me.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause it was like, oh, you got to do this. Oh, lay all the floors in the rooms. We're gonna paint this. Hey, build a new fireplace. It's like, damn.
Got hustled by a grass guy.
Oh, damn. Yes, I did. He came and shit. Yeah. He's like, hey,
Even
Holmes,
hustlers
like,
get hustled
hey, Holmes,
sometimes.
you fucking, your grass ain't looking too good. I was like, I know that. It's fucking summertime, man, you know? So he's like, oh, we're going to take everything off and then whatever. Yeah, he hustled me. He tried to get me for $1,700 and shit. I was like, you can get the fuck on with that. They already laid everything out, and I was like, I'll give you 11, but you're still fucking me and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so I gave him 11, and then, yeah, he disappeared. It looked good though for like 3 weeks, and it just died again. It was the summer. I was mad as hell. So now every time they come up here and shit, I see them on the cameras and stuff. Cause I got like the you know, Scarface cameras up in the studio. Like, where the fuck is he at? You know, like, whatever I see this bitch, she's like, they hit the door and then he's just standing there, and I'm like, you just keep fucking standing there, homie. Like, I ain't getting hustled again. Like,
Yeah, you need to go.
what George Bush say when he messed it up? He's all, fool me twice. So, yeah. So it has nothing to do with the hustle on them and shit. They, you know, they got me. So that's cool.
I love that. Just take that L.
Yeah,
Just,
I know,
sometimes you just gotta take the L.
Sometimes you gotta learn. So
Yeah.
I did learn, but yeah.
It's a life lesson. But so like having that house, having that, like jumping into that whole, I'm gonna run a business and I'm just gonna do this on my own. Was that mentality, like, did that shake you and change your mindset when you found out you had the kid on the way?
I mean, I already
Or were
had
you like,
one.
I'm
I already had one.
Well,
and
yeah.
I was like, well,
Yeah.
just gotta, you know, just gotta
What's
try.
one more?
Yeah, you gotta do it and stuff, you know. But I'm still like, you know, I might still be open to like even just trying to hustle more and just like work, do something at night. I don't know. Like, I don't have my pride like too crazy where it's like, this is all I need to be or this is all I need to know and stuff. But I ain't gonna be doing no bullshit ass job, you know. Like, I've been putting in, you know, some things and shit for Kaiser, trying to get in like some like, you know, real nice work, but only for night work, just because I need to still run the studio and shit. But I want more.
Yeah.
I'm not like I got good, you know, cash coming in, things like that, but I just need more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, if I'm not sleeping at night, I can work more. You know, get back to work in the daytime and shit.
Yeah.
Like, because when I was like working for Patriot, it was like an environmental company and stuff. I was there for like 3 years, and I was on call 24/7, and I was on some doctor shit. Remember?
That's right.
And that's when I
Yeah.
crashed my motorcycle. My Harley, the Harley boys. That's coming after, but yeah, like I was on call for 3 years and stuff, and I'd sometimes work like 105-hour weeks. Like, they're like, how do you even sleep? Like, you hustle, like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and I kind of fell into like a little comfortable state of just, all right, well, I'm comfortable, but I just want to hustle harder because I want more shit, like like anyone and stuff, you know. And I was like, what the fuck is sleep? Like, yeah, I'm like getting older, but who knows when I'm gonna die? I could just die tomorrow on some wild shit.
Yeah.
An accident, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like what happened? Yeah, let's bring it back.
All right, let's can we talk a little? We got to talk a little
You guys
bit
got
about
a
this
commercial
Harley.
you guys need to do real quick?
No, no, we got to talk about this Harley.
I was with you on that though, yeah.
We won't go too in depth into it, but basically, it was a Thursday night, and it was bike night at Riverside Harley, and you know, I was riding, he was riding, our boy Brian was riding, and so we all met up.
All the homies.
Yeah, we met up and, you know, we're cruising around. I think it started with like 5 or 6 of us, just like cruising.
Pulled a bunch of people from Harley.
Yeah, pulled some people from Harley, rode around.
Went to the bar.
Went to the bar. Went to Romano's, actually. So we're sitting there at Romano's. We're having some drinks. And I'm like, it's a school night, guys. I got to go home, you know.
You're like, hey, close out. And I was like, okay, I'll close out. And then I
Yeah.
closed out and brought a shit ton more drinks out.
He
And
was
Mike's like, what are you doing? And I was like, bruh, just take one of these and then you're good. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I guess I'm going to take them. Like,
So we all go to leave. Like, we all walk out. Our bikes are all up front. And, you know, we're all saying goodbye to each other. And I'm like, you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm going home. And then he goes, I'm not going home. He's like, I'm going to Lake Alice.
well, yeah, no, I went home and then I got called. There was a beat battle or something. And then like I left and came back out there.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I came back out there, and then that's when shit got fucked up.
yeah, I went home, made it home safely. You know, I'm talking to, you know, a couple different people, like, you know, whatever. And then I get on Instagram and I just see this motherfucker filming himself being put into an ambulance.
Oh, I still got the video.
I think
put it right there.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Or you
he
guys
was-
want to just clip it in there?
Yeah,
or
we
you
can
wanna-
clip it in there if you want to send it.
Okay,
He was
yeah.
filming himself like this, right? Getting on a gurney, getting put into an ambulance.
Well, I knocked the whole fire. I hit the whole fire hydrant, and then you know, like the new bridge that goes like in Central.
Yeah.
You know, over there by like where the DUI center is, and, you know, the AA meeting
Yeah.
and shit. But yeah, I knocked that fire hydrant out, blew it off, flooded the street, and then my homeboy's cousin, he looks like him now that he said that. He's like, my cousin said you're a fucking idiot. Because he had to get his fucking shoes wet and shit, you know. And he was the EMT.
Yeah.
He said, you're a fucking idiot. And I was like, who's your cousin? And I looked at the video. I was like, oh, yeah, that looked like your damn cousin and shit. But yeah, I hit that going probably 80 miles an hour. Blew off that. Blew off my handlebars. I had like, you know, some high bars on my Harley.
They were like,
My chest was all bruised. My legs were all bruised from like clacking the floor. I woke up and I was like, I seen some chick in my face. And she was like, "You been in a horrible accident." And I tried to get up and I was like, you know, like the fuck, you know. And then she was like, "Lay back down." And I was like, "No, like I'm about to run."
I gotta go.
Yeah, I just woke up from this adrenaline. I'm about to run. She was like, "No, you lay here and shit." And then yeah, they came and got me and stuff. And then I split my ass cheek.
yeah.
Had another hole in my leg and shit. They sent me home, and then when I went to go check, like, you know, like I went to go use the restroom, whatever. When I went home, my legs were all jacked up. I was walking like Forrest Gump, with the stiff legs and shit, you know. And I was like, oh man, I was like, what is this? And I pulled down my drawers, and I was like, oh, this is a bunch of blood. I was like, damn, did I blow my ball, like my nuts out? Like, nah, like what happened, you know? And I was like, oh shit, like they didn't even like. I was so drunk, I guess they just didn't give a shit about me. And then they sent me home, but I had a whole gash in my leg. I called my brother. I was
They
like,
didn't stitch it up?
no, they were so mad. They were like, fuck this guy, this and that. And so when my lady came to see me in the morning because she got news of it, she was like, oh, hi, is Chris there? And like, oh, that fucking asshole. And I was like, oh, shit. She was all, damn, don't start yelling at me. I just came to pick him up, you know, type of thing. And yes, they sent me home. And when I looked at it, I called my brother. I was like, yo, look at this shit. You know, like, what the hell's going on? He's like, oh, you got a big ass hole. And I was like, fucking super glue it or something. He was like, you need to go to the hospital, man. And I was like, I ain't going back there, a bunch of jerks. So I had to go back, and then they, you know, sewed me up and stuff. But yeah.
I remember texting you. I don't know if it was the next day or the day after. Like, well, I texted you when I first saw the video. And then you were like, I'm good. And then I didn't hear from you.
I'm not good.
I didn't hear from you. And then like a couple days later we talked, and then you sent me pictures of the bike. And I was like, damn, that, like, it's fucked. And you're like, yeah, it's gone, but I'm going to get another one. And I was like, are you? And you're like, I mean, not now, but
yeah, no.
But eventually.
I got a 240 SX I'm working on, so,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, sooner or later, yeah, I will. But definitely not be doing none of that again, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot harder to ride a bike if you're like drinking, you know. And like we were overly drinking, but you knew when to stop it, but I didn't. So at least I went to school, classes, I learned. And I was like, I got to learn the hard way, like, you know.
Yeah.
I got in trouble a long time ago, and I just barely turned 18 and stuff, you know. And like I had everything as a kid, and you know, I I was out stealing shit because it was just a rush, you know. Like
Yeah.
I'd steal cars from the fucking auto auction and stuff and sell them, you know, to a chop shop or whatever in San Bernardino because I was a kid. I got caught when I was 18. I went to jail and I never did that again. But I just have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, all right, that was cool, but nah, you know. But that was when I was like young and shit. I'm like almost 40 right now, you know. So it's just I was wild when I was a kid.
Learn some
you know?
lessons.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I actually even said that out loud with shit because I wanted, you know, I was like, hey, just gotta dig to the root of this shit. You
Yeah.
know? So, and also, it's the first time I've ever been on a podcast. So,
Ooh.
so where's the little claps, man? Come on.
Yeah, where's
No,
little
we
golf
need-
clap. We need
Yeah,
the applause.
so-
We need to program the applause on the.
Yeah, we need a
on the-
program there. He's all, he's like, hell no.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but yeah.
The lives.
Just want to, you know,
what
try
a
to
night.
let out, you know, for whoever
What a
like
night.
might, you know, connect. Like, oh, I actually fucking feel for this guy. Right? Hey,
Like,
I live a
oh,
similar life with this motherfucker. Like,
I really connect with that guy. Maybe I should get a studio session or
I don't know, dude.
you know, hit him up for an
That's what I'm
LLC.
saying. That's what I'm
at
saying.
MGM Measures.
It's from like from bad when I was a kid, didn't know nothing, to where I'm at now, which is like what we're talking about. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, you know,
Definitely
gotta get
come
all
a
that
lot.
shit out the way when you're young. First off. Second, like once you're older, you can't be pulling that same shit, man. And then you're just a damn delinquent. It's like, you know?
It's just proof that like, you know, you can fuck up when you're young and still you know,
Yeah.
make something of yourself. when
Yeah.
you're-
But you're-
Definitely.
You're lucky that you get that opportunity, though, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could have going 80 in a hydrant, dude. You probably shouldn't be here. You know?
I know, man.
It was wild, dude. Let me tell you, like, and I just remember thinking, like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck just happened? I was.
It's right here, bro. There's my bike over there and the fire hydrant.
We'll put a little clip of this.
Oh yeah, that'll be
yeah.
during that part right here. Then
we'll play it.
my homie wrecked his Harley and he was in a wheelchair. Look at him.
Oh,
But yeah, so I blew off the bars, all that shit, the wheel. But yeah,
yeah, all bad. And I was getting ready to trade wheels with you too, and I was like, man, fuck those wheels up. I can't do it.
no, my bike was hard. I liked it. I was a little light little thing and shit, you know. But oh man, so how's you been in the bike or what? I was like, hell no.
I still think it's crazy that Martin has or had a bike.
Yeah.
Oh, he sold it?
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're just solo dolo again?
Yeah, I'm solo.
You got
again.
two?
Well, one's in the back. It's completely out of commission. The little Suzuki, but I still have the Dyna
Oh, okay.
in the garage. So
Yup.
Well, I had some like music questions, and this is kind of for both of you.
okay.
So for me, and we talked about this when we had Xavier on, about how like I need to get out to a hip hop show because I've never been.
Oh yeah.
I've still never been. And so I guess my question for both of you guys is what's something, because you guys are both, I know you dabbled in both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
What's something that hip hop does that you wish you saw in like the hardcore punk rock scene, and then vice versa too, or what's something that you see in like the hardcore punk rock scene that it'd be cool to see it in hip hop, or that hip hop should adopt.
I mean, I think it all pretty much meshes when it's a crazy show. Like,
Yeah.
They got hip hop shit where people just be throwing mosh pits and shit, people getting socked up, whatever, but it's all out of love, you know, type of thing. But then, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
I think back when I was doing shows, it wasn't as rowdy as it can get now, right? Like back then, it was like, for me, it was just super like vibey and just chill or whatever. Except for we did one show at the Vibe in Riverside.
Yeah, rest in peace that too.
Yeah,
So-
fucking we tore that place down. It was rowdy.
yeah, we had a residency there, but it's not really like fucking tight to
Yeah,
say
it's
that.
not-
but
it's
like,
not the
if you-
coolest thing
if
to
you're-
say,
If you're
but-
from IE and you know about the vibe and shit, then it's like, hey, you know, like we had a
Yeah.
residency there where we were just like locked in whenever we wanted.
And
So that's kind of cool, but other than that, it's like
the fact that it was a
it's like the
small
showcase.
venue.
He's all we had a residency at showcase.
Yeah. The fact that it was a small venue though, like you get 50 people in there and it was just like rowdy. Right?
Yeah, sweating like
Dude,
a motherfucker.
you know that MBR played with Strung Out there.
Sorry, I did know that. And did also Creative Void played there. I forget with who though, but I remember the show being insane.
You guys played somewhere. You guys played there with yeah, you guys played a crazy show there.
Yeah, we had a gnarly ass show there. I forget who was with. I have to look it up now. But I just remember it being like hard to even walk to the stage because you just fucking it was crazy. Those I feel like
I would get the sweatiest at the most like intimate venues because it's just so hot in there.
So
There's
hot.
no ventilation and shit.
There's sweat dripping.
You get
from the
sweat
ceiling.
and then you're just like doing shit. Then your sweat
fun,
goes
though.
to everyone else and they're just like, it's like what? Like it's like licking faces. Like, they're like, what's up? Like damn. But yeah, it's just so intimate. But I like intimate shows though for sure.
I think one thing that at the hip hop shows versus hardcore shows, like I mean, the idea being you have your band on stage with you, right? Versus hip hop, you just basically have all your homies up there that know the words with you,
Okay.
right? So like you have generally like for me, I would have one, maybe two hype men, and then just whoever else would want.
I wish that if I would pull something from that scene though, I would like more interaction, like with the rock scene and all that. Like everyone just interacts. They're just like just happy to be
singing
there.
along and like
When it's like a
stuff
hip hop thing, it's just like everyone's got their ego type shit, and it's just like, oh well, I ain't there to see them, but whoever's there to see them is gonna go see them and shit, So sometimes shit gets empty for other artists, and they're just everyone's watching. They might be vibing, maybe not and shit, but. It's like that's but if you're at like like the rock shit or whatever, it's just everyone's out there just like having a good time, throwing fucking blows and shit, throwing their fucking backhands like this. How they doing this shit, doing scissor kicks in the air, like what? It's like they're interacting, they're hurting each other, but at least they're putting a live show throughout the whole set, So yeah, that's something I would pull from both.
One thing I'd like to see at hardcore shows is more girls on stage,
or just more girls in general.
Just more girls in general. That was one of the cool things because I had
more girls that don't look like dudes.
I had a couple songs that were like, just me being a pervert basically. And for those songs, like generally you'd have a couple girls that would hop on stage and be dancing with you, or like some that knew the words that would like try to dance on you and sing along and stuff.
Dude,
so that was definitely like completely different from like sweaty dudes piling on you and like
I don't know how I would do with something like that. Girls trying to. I feel like I've had experience with like the random drunk girl that just came from the club.
That's like stoked
makes
on
her
you
way,
singing Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who like will make her way on stage.
Yeah.
Or maybe somehow survive in the pit. I don't know how they do that. But that's just that'd be a whole different thing for me.
Since you said some like old ass music like that, fun fact for everyone, fun fact session. No, my auntie is Stevie Nicks, so he knew that. But yeah, just gonna let y'all know. But yeah, she a damn legend for the 80s, 90s.
Wait, your aunt is Stevie Nicks?
Yeah. My last name used to be Nicks when I was 1 year old. My dad is Chris Nicks. My mom didn't want to be associated with that gang anymore and shit, so she changed. She went back to my dad, who I called dad. He passed away and shit, but dad, who I called dad and shit, Pat McCall. So it was like her old like a high school sweetheart, and so they changed my name when I was like 1.5, maybe 2 or something. So I was like, damn. So when I was like 16, my grandma was like, saw Stevie Nicks on TV. She's like, that's your auntie right there. I was like, who? So her, and I was like, and you tripping because my grandma's name is Janice Nicks, shit like that. And I was like, who? I was like, nah, no one's ever told me this shit. And my grandma was like, yeah, and I was like, why the hell you tell me this now?
Yeah,
like,
there's
a damn legend right there. I'm trying to work with her, like shit,
Dude.
So, but that's pretty tight though, So I kind of like hold that like, highly, trying to at least work with her one of these days and shit.
Have you noticed?
I feel like I'm like the bastard child. It's like, leave that guy alone. Like,
Dude, have you been able to meet her or any contact?
Nah. I still talk with my grandparents and shit, but yeah, nothing with her. So
Are your grandparents close with her, or do they? Talk to her?
they are, but I never. I'm like the type of person I don't want to ask.
Yeah, you
type
don't
of
wanna-
thing.
you
Like,
don't wanna
you know,
push
like
for it.
like you're
I'm
a
the
man
same
and
way.
shit. Like it's like find out yourself, you know, type of
Yeah.
thing, or don't do it at all. Like,
Yeah.
but it's cool though, you know, because I have like 2 birth certificates. One's like the Knicks, and then the second one on page 2 says McCall and shit, you know. So I feel like, you know, but I'm like, hey, but that's tight though. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
So something that people don't usually know, but hey,
There you go.
some royalty.
And then my other question. This is more. I guess these are more for myself because again, I'm so new to anything hip hop. So like when you have someone that comes in and wants to record with you, and let's just say, like more often than not, do you get guys that come in that already have their beats and maybe they're just not up to par, and you fix them, or is that an opportunity for you to be like
The
I
beats
hear-
or the artist? There's
beats,
Yeah, I mean,
like an artist coming in with their beats?
in most cases, they send me a YouTube link or something, and there's like, I got this beat, blah blah blah, and then I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And sometimes like they're beginners, sometimes they're like really really good, sometimes they come in with their own shit, they're pro, all that shit, like I got different walks of like artists that come in and stuff. But with the beginner people and stuff, like I'm like, yo, I just recorded this beat like 2 months ago. I recognize it because I was working on it for like fucking 3-4 hours or whatever and shit. Like I know this, So I kind of shoot it to them like, hey, if you want to start building your catalog up, let me know. Like I make beats, like I'll shoot you. Like when I make a beat, like I'll make it only for, whoever's like gonna buy, they're gonna buy it, and I won't lease it no more because the beat game, people lease them. You get like a, general lease, a lease that comes with WAV files. You can, buy an exclusive, but they can still sell more exclusives. Like it's all saturated with a bunch of
it's
shit.
crazy.
And me, I'm like, yo, you pay $350, like that's it. Like
Yours.
I'll sell it. You can wipe your ass with it. I don't care and shit.
Yeah.
It is yours, and that's it. Like fine. But you're building your catalog up to like bring you out as an artist in your own way. But most people just don't even care. They just want to get into the studio. They want to get rich. They're trying to have bitches dancing on them. They're in there for the wrong reasons. I don't know. Like I did it because I loved it, and then it took me to different avenues and paths and stuff. Because I loved it. So it just depends on like what they have on their mindset or what they're feeling like they want to do. Sometimes people are like, you need to fucking. I just got some wild shit tonight, dude. Hold up, let me read this. It's called text message sessions and shit. No. All right, I was eating dinner, right? And this guy called and it says, missed call. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. I was on Facebook. I was like, I ain't answering that. I was like, in a session, G, what's good?
Yeah.
I'm
Over here eating ramen.
Yeah, I'm eating dinner, motherfucker. Like, what's good? So, bro, I need you to record a single. I need to get the best out of it. He's all, name a price. And I was like, the fuck, dude? I just left him alone. I was like, my price is, $180 for 2 hours, $215 for 3 hours, blah, blah, blah. Leave him the whole thing and shit. And he's all, bro, I have no budget. Like, I could even do payments on it. And there's people I have to mess with on the daily.
Yeah.
I just like, bro, I already know where this is going. This thing's, I'll even give you $400, but I need this shit to be fire, And I told him basically like, yo, it don't matter how fire you want it. You got to make sure it sounds fire because I can't just record a turd and polish it up and be like, this is good. Like it has to come with that energy. It has to come with that conviction. It has to come with all that shit you've learned while you're developing yourself as an artist. You can't just be like, I want to sound like no bragging rights, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like what are you talking about? Like they want to sound like you, but they don't know how to fucking sing or even belt out different chords or put emotion in shit. It's like, come on, bro. Like I don't know what you want me to do.
One of the things I thought was really, really helpful that Christian would do, because Christian was, Christian, he's very, he'll get you straight. Is
Miss that guy.
Yeah, he would he'd listen, like the bands would come up and ask and be like, hey, why come we just recorded this album? How come we're not getting like traction? And and then we'd listen to it, or Christian would listen to it, and he'd be like, this doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like, well, he's like, no, I'm not saying your music. I'm saying the record doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good. And they're like, well, our homie, and like right away you just know it's like, okay, they went cheap, and it's like you can't expect people to take you serious if you're not willing to even invest into your own stuff.
I think one of the things, especially with
That's facts though.
yeah, especially with young rappers and like people that are like you said, like just starting out or anything like that. a lot of what
now.
they want it now, but a lot of that they come in with, and this is part of why I just stopped fucking with people. They'll be like, I got this beat off of YouTube, I'm gonna rap over it, right? And you're like, hold on, you're not even giving me a full session file of the beat, right? You're just giving me literally an MP3 file that you downloaded off the internet.
Buy this track now.
And you'll still hear all the producer tags. You know, like you'll still hear all this shit, and they're like, nah, I'm gonna. And then so you're like, you're already limiting yourself right there because you have a shitty quality instrumental that you're trying to.
And then you want me to beef this up, like what?
How can I do that? You know, versus. The artists that come in, they go like, I got this beat, I have the full session file. We can change things. We can change drops. You know, things like that. I got the
wave, I got the stems, all that stuff. It's like, okay, cool.
And that's a completely different game because then
you're like, okay, I'm messing with someone that's an actual like artist or someone that actually at least knows like this is the game and shit, you know, like not just coming in like make me sound like that guy. It's like, well.
You have people come in with a beat that they not only did they download it off YouTube, they like stole it from somebody else off YouTube.
Yeah, then they're like, okay, how do I get this? How do I blow up, fam? And I'm like,
make me sound like Drake.
First off, you got to buy the damn beat because you're gonna get fucking sued.
Yeah.
And then second, once you go and buy that beat, don't go buy like the little minimum thing and shit. Like actually pay for something you can actually get some streams on and get paid for, you know, or buy the exclusive type shit, or start working and networking with someone if you don't want to buy the beat. Start buying their beats regularly, start putting together like some projects, build a relationship with them, and then they'll start shooting you beats. Like people just always want something for free. It's like bitch, you don't fucking walk in Nike or anywhere else and be like, what's up with that discount? It's like, who the fuck are you? Like, fuck dog, like I don't nah, like get the fuck out of here. Like, no. Go record at your homeboy studio, go sweat your nuts off and sound like trash. You know? Like
no
leave
AC.
leave me the hell out of this because power is expensive in California. Motherfuckers trying to make us poor and shit, dude. It's like, damn. Yeah, I've been trying to move out and shit, but it ain't working.
It's expensive.
I've been telling my wife every day and shit for the last like 2 years.
Hey, if you want
Texas. We can live like fucking kings and ballers and shit.
She doesn't want to leave California.
Nah.
Well, if you ever want to move the studio out the house, maybe we'll split a warehouse space.
We could, dude. Have the printing, all that shit. Let's run it.
Meals on Wheels first.
It's already
you said Meals on Wheels?
Feels on Wheels.
It's
It's
already trying
already
to eat too, man.
Did you see the Feels on Wheels outside when you walked up?
Dude. I you know, I'm not a car person at all.
Yeah.
I didn't think when you were telling me like, yeah, I'm gonna get this black. I'm like, all right, cool, man, whatever. Like, I'm just thinking
like,
like,
cool,
yeah. In my mind, I'm like, once we get paint on it, then we'll be good to go.
Yeah. I
sick.
this
Black
weekend.
hood.
What'd you do?
Black bumper?
Sanded down and scuffed up all the grill and the chrome bumpers and then Raptor line.
Oh, on the
van.
The van.
Yeah, so I blacked out all the like ugly old chrome on it.
Just wait till you get some like paint on there and shit.
Yeah,
you
it'll be
like,
nice. It'll
damn,
look
Nice, dude.
you need to throw that shit on some like naughty, you know, like wheels and shit.
Well,
Where it look like you about to be rock climbing and shit.
I got all new wheels with all-terrain tires out there. So it's looking nice. You know, I'm putting some effort into the Feels
You
on
gonna do
Wheels.
some exhibit shit? He's like, I heard you never used your legs before, so we put in a mobile ramp. I don't even need that.
I heard you don't like to use your legs to drive, so we put a wheelchair in for your driver's seat.
Shit. So I heard you a swimmer, so we put in a fucking fish tank. Like, I don't need this shit, man. But yeah, it's dope though for sure.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was asking him about that earlier and shit. I was like, yo, how's that van coming and shit? Like,
I love that van. I love it more and more every day.
This is just another random, like more like I guess producer question, which I'm sure both of you guys have experienced. Like how often, especially when like somebody, 'cause I feel like with like a lot of hip hop, like it's just like being in a band, like you're kind of at the mercy of like whatever the genre is, whatever guys you are around. Because like, you know, even for myself, I'm in a band that maybe I probably wouldn't play otherwise. Right. Like with MBR, like MBR sound wise isn't what I would have picked.
It's not what you chose when you started the band, right?
Mm-hmm. But that being said, like how often have you guys listened to someone, or someone sends you their mixtape or or you hear it and you're just like, is this the kind of music you want to do, or are you just kind of stuck because you had to like this is the only beats you could find? You know what I mean?
I get in that situation sometimes because people like want to have me on their record or something. Like they want to pay for that feature. Sometimes that feature is not even anything close to what I'll get on, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, you fucking paid me? I'm gonna fucking kill you on your own fucking beat. And that's what you paid me for. You know, I'm fucking MGM Measures and shit, and everyone's just gonna fast forward your shit and go to my shit. I don't know. That's what I just go for with like competitiveness, because you're gonna pay me. I'm not gonna just come out with some mediocre bullshit or whatever and stuff. I'm just gonna come out there fucking killing you, but in a nice way of like, I'm not like hunting for them. But they, you know, they hear a verse and then my verse are like, oh shit, you know. Let's go get that. Let's listen to that again, you know, type of thing. I want to give them their money for like what they're paying, because sometimes people like, it's very lucrative, I guess, or just very sketchy sometimes too, where people will be like, yo, they're a big artist, and then they're waiting months for that artist that they paid to deliver, and they never do nothing like that. Then they all of a sudden they get blocked, this and that, and they're just like, whatever, you know. So like, I'm not even gonna be that guy. Like, I'm just gonna be like, all right, you paid me. It's fucking war, you know, but in a friendly term and shit, because I'm like, I'm gonna give you what you fucking paid for, and I'm not gonna sound stupid on this shit, you know. So yeah, but sometimes it's like, I wouldn't normally get on this, but I'll find the pockets. I'm like, all right, cool, let me get that, boom, boom, start mumbling shit, and then start putting words to those mumbles, which will like sound good, you know. So yeah, what do you think, though?
I think I can vouch for your competitiveness, because we've had songs that have gone back and forth between us where, you know, he'll send me a song like, hey, can you put a verse on this? I'll be like, all right. And I'll listen to his verse and I'll go, all right, let me see what I can do, right?
He's all, I pull the straps out. He's all,
I'll put a verse on it, and he'll text me back and go, I'm gonna rewrite my verse. I'm like,
you know,
all right,
so
cool.
that's cool. It's good like that.
Elevated. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you guys
good like
elevate
that.
each other.
But I think
But
that
it kind of sounds like maybe the same thing where you're like, damn, I don't really want to, I never thought I was going to do this or go that route or something. But yeah, it's kind of like the same. But like, you're just locked in. I could just get done with a song and I'm like, you know.
Put the hat on. I think I've been confused on some of the features I've been asked to do. I'm like,
yeah.
With different bands?
yeah.
Oh.
But I'm like,
They want that voice, bro.
You want my voice on this? Like,
He's all quiet. He's like, you want my voice on it?
It's funny. There's I won't name names, but there was a band that you did a feature for where you were given a ton of options, and there was like one song you were fighting for because you're like, this is the one I want to be on.
Oh yeah,
this is the one I want to be on. And they were like,
no.
well, we'll just move on, you know, like, because we need to get this done now. And he's like, no, this is the one I want to be on. He's like, Mike.
yeah, that's right.
So, but to answer kind of your question, like, I've definitely worked with people who like, they've had like one or two songs where they're like, yeah, I was just trying something here, but I don't know if I really want to. And then you hear it and you go, it sounds like you put so much more into those, like, I'm just fucking around here tracks than you did on the ones that you know,
they want something to pop from like whatever they did, but it's maybe not there. Maybe it could be there, but they don't know what they're missing, you know, and they just trying to find that missing like recipe, like they just needed some salt or something, you know. Like,
I've worked with people that like were just diehard, like, I want to do fucking rap, right? And you hear them sing and you go, why aren't you singing?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing this more? Because you're good at this. Like, no. I'm just trying to, like, everybody's trying to do that. Like, this is your ticket in. But it happens a lot because there's a lot of ego and a lot of image and a lot of like clout when it comes to like the hip hop side of things. You know, like, there's a lot of just people that are like they see that money, or they see like the lifestyle, they see that type of shit, and that's what they shoot for rather than working on their craft. And then that's when you get like that big disconnect where...
And that's what brings us back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we wish everyone would just come together on some shit and be like, yo, I fuck with them. But everyone's just like to themselves, like...
Like, I think some of the most
like,
fun that we had
Tupac.
back in the day... like, some of the most fun we had back in the day was us just like legit just like getting high, and then like
you guys would get high.
Instrumentals playing.
Smoked out high. I would be like, I cannot hang.
Yeah,
like,
you'd be drinking.
I'll be like Cat Williams, like, there's so many. But the kind of like, nah, I can't do it, man. I was like, I was fucking seeing like black dots and shit, and I was like, I think I'm gonna die, man. And he's all no. So I started smoking. I started smoking a little bit, shit. Can't do that.
But yeah, so we'd be getting, like we'd all be hanging out, just kind of like vibing together, and then like everybody would be writing verses, but at the same time, you're also kind of helping each other out, right?
Yeah.
So, like
More like big writing session and shit.
Yeah,
And
like
hey, what
somebody
do you think
spit
about
a
this?
line.
Like, oh, I didn't
yeah.
think about that.
What about this word? What
And then
about
we
this
start
rhyme?
shooting off from that, But yep, that was dope. We need to get some more of those motherfuckers. What are you talking about?
I know.
That's cool. See,
We have a song that's been about to be released for 2 years now.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but then you brought it up, man. It's called Location, and she's still waiting there for us.
It's called Location. I dropped.
Still,
She dropped a pin and she's still waiting.
she's still waiting, dude. Hey, keep her waiting.
Yep.
Damn, that's funny, dude. Hey, it's gonna drop, dude.
See, like that sounds. I've never done that. I've had obviously been in a band where like you jam out ideas like music, but
It's basically the same thing.
yeah. But I've
But
never
you
had
guys
that
are like
to
jamming and shit,
writing.
but we're all writing and shit. Cause that's the only thing we can do. There's already a beat there, But you guys are like doing the same thing.
It seems so, but like lyric for me, it's so intimate.
Yeah.
Is that kind of weird to be like?
There's definitely some lines that I would keep to myself because I knew I wanted them. Like,
Yeah, and
there's
he's
a little
like,
bit
dude,
of
that
like-
shit's already laid out, but damn, I need to get out of this line to transition into something else to keep writing and shit. It's like, yo, what do you think about this? And it's like, all right, come with some ideas, and then he probably won't take it verbatim. He'd be like, oh, that's a good direction. Let me still write on my own,
Yeah.
and figure it out. But I do like that idea,
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it went. Remember, like that one chick that you got for your music video and you were singing?
Oh yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
nobody like you. And then the bum comes across the fucking the screen and shit.
So
He's
that
all.
there's
Best way to end the video.
Yeah,
you
you
guys-
guys seen that, right?
Yeah,
if you guys do your
He's all
homework,
fucking Mikey Diamonds. Like he's
dude,
singing, yeah.
if you guys do some homework, there's a Mikey Diamonds music video out there that we filmed in Echo Park.
Yo.
Is a song called "Nobody Like You," and that was the era of
It's like, what, 12 years ago?
yeah.
10?
That was
I don't know.
that was the era of somebody saying, "Hey, you need to write love songs because that's what people want right now." And I was like, "All right," and that one came out, and he was there for the video.
It was a good song, yeah. No,
He was there for the video shoot.
so
and-
helping out and shit.
yeah, he was holding the Bluetooth speaker while I was rapping in public.
Nah, it was good though. I was like, damn, Mikey. I was like,
So yeah, it was a cool video.
pretty bad. She's a paid model.
Shout out to Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry we made you wear lingerie and put your ass on that dirty ass sink. Like if we go back and watch the music video, she's supposed to be texting me. She's like laughing and she's all like cute and shit. And then she leans back. She's wearing lingerie and there's a dirty ass sponge with dishes in the sink that she's leaning on. All the shit that we don't think about.
I mean,
we're like, oh yeah, that's gonna be on camera.
It was real
right?
though.
It was real. It really happened.
These models don't be washing dishes. Motherfuckers that got little ass soaps and shit. Come on. Not nothing with you though, Morgan. Just
Yeah,
in general.
In general, we know it wasn't
You
your
ever-
house.
you ever see this,
It wasn't
yeah.
your house.
Just kept the real factor.
Yeah, man, that was fun.
Hell yeah.
Well, just to kind of bring us towards an end, we have some questions from Instagram.
Joe hit me with an interesting question too. I don't know if he said
Did
it to the.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, he sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Just really quickly, this is more just I'd put it out there just to kind of recap it. I just asked how everybody's weekend basically was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so our boy Harry, intern Harry, he said, I'm relieved I can stop rooting for the Cowboys because he was riding with them.
That's what you get for your Del Taco remarks, Harry.
That was bad. Oh, that's that guy, huh? I just refer to him as that guy.
No,
Oh.
intern Harry.
Oh, I thought it was the one that
Intern
was
Harry.
beefing with you guys on the other podcast.
Oh, no,
Shit, I was like,
Which beef is back on because.
Oh,
okay.
we're back on. No more.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Listen here.
Yeah, we're not teammates anymore. So
only thing I like from Del Taco, real quick though, before he gets back into that, is the fucking the Del Burger, dude.
The burger,
yeah,
I,
dude.
I don't get nothing else from there. I know it's Del Taco, but the only thing good from there is
the
the burger with the fucking bacon and shit.
Bro,
and I
dude,
tell him
that's
no
literally-
sauce,
That's literally what.
and that's it. No sauce. I want that shit wet, dog. Right? Like
Weird.
that's it. But okay,
funny. That's
let's
literally
continue.
me.
My bad. I just had to put that out there though. I was like,
Good. My boy James, he said he's exhausted but okay.
Good.
Jolka, he said good. Shirley hung out with the homies. I was one of the homies. Happy even though I was part of two losing teams this season. Andrea says, okay, been having up and down moments. Big Chris, he said, making the best of every day I wake up and not stressing about what happened yesterday. Good.
Good for you, man.
And then boy Andrew, he said, good. Excited for the week to come. 4-day work week, then Vegas Friday and Sunday. Whoa, what's going on in Vegas?
He's going out for I actually saw him this weekend. He's going out for a wedding and like the bachelor party, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. Maybe bachelor party, I don't know.
Andrew, make good choices, man, okay?
You know what?
Make good choices. You're in Vegas. It's
Yeah.
a heathen city.
Shout out to Andrew though. If you guys follow him at Project Ronin Fitness, because he's finally starting to get on the game. He's putting those videos out, some edits, workouts, and shit like that. Been a personal trainer for how many years now, and he's finally starting to build content online. So,
Dude,
keep it up, dude.
Keep content is everything.
I think
king.
I think this is a compliment. I was telling you, Mike, that I just saw a fitness video pop up on my time feed, and I scrolled right past it.
You scrolled right past it
Because I'm like,
you thought it was just another influencer.
Just one of those like weird influencer things, and then I just happened to go back, and I was like, it's Andrew.
Yeah, those videos look good.
Yeah. So good job, Andrew. It's so good. It's so good. I kept going, but I went back. And then Frankie Terra says, mentally drained but hanging in there. A lot going on. And then Lucy, she said, I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm depending on my vacations to rewind myself.
Sick.
Everyone is though. That's nice. Everyone looks forward to a vacation.
Yeah.
I hit my ass back to Mexico and shit.
I'm hitting.
I mean, like the resorts. Not like the young
TJ?
not the young Mexico.
Not the young man's Mexico.
The resort life, man. The older me Mexico.
Hop the border, hit that strip club right there in TJ, get
dude.
the tacos around the corner,
I stopped,
walk back across the border at 4 a.m.
I stopped going when I had my first kid. I was like, nah, dude, they're gonna cut my head off and shit. I was running. I don't know. I was running with a lot of cartel homies, but
Yeah, that's
not even good.
that's dangerous territory.
I know. Yeah.
And then this one, it was I just asked what everyone has, if there's anything that they're looking forward to this week, just in general. And so, what Anthony says, work month year. He said citizen youth tickets,
Nice.
opening my practice, getting married. Dang,
Wow.
all right, nice,
Sick.
Trifecta.
dude. And then Big Chris, he said, starting over with full week ahead of me to make positive choices and positive energy.
Is that Ballard?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Well, I've known him since high school and shit too. He
Dang.
was a good guy.
Small world.
Small world. And Lucy, she says, meal prepping using Pinterest recipes.
Fuck yeah.
That's my wife. That's my wife right there. Every night before we go to bed, and she's on Pinterest, and I'm like,
Your wife chefs it up though.
okay. I'm like, hey, I don't even cook.
This dude will just randomly be like, oh yeah, we're having ramen burgers tonight, and this like dope ass looking ramen burger.
No, she be cooking though, dude. But sorry, babe, I suck at cooking. It's like, you want to get some barbecue? It's so dude, man. Like, I'll cook something on a damn grill.
Yeah,
but
I'll
other than that,
grill
I'm
it.
like, dude, I cook beets. Sorry.
Andrew from Share the Backline, lover of Del Taco.
Oh,
He just said he's looking forward to Friday.
Sick.
I don't even know him. I'm like, oh.
We just know his
He's like, what
choices.
the hell is this guy?
I feel bad. Neither one of us responded to their message the other day about recording.
I think I did on my personal.
Okay.
But yeah. And then Chris ends it with Chris Ballard again. He said, Sundays win. That's sending Martin and me to the Super Bowl. He is manifesting.
So I had Joka had hit me with a question for the podcast because we've talked about how I do voiceover work and everything like that. And there was a Screen Rant article that came out where Mark Hamill was talking about why he doesn't expect to ever come back as the Joker. and he was saying that, you know, they would call and say they want you to do the Joker, and my only question was, is Kevin Batman, Kevin Conroy? Because he said without Kevin there doesn't seem to be a Batman for me. And if you think back, like they were, you know, Batman and the Joker throughout the animated series, you know, video games, the Arkham games, things like that. And so Joker was saying, like, what's the life of a voice actor? Do you build these kinds of relationships with other voice actors? Not the gay kind, but the kind that is kind of gay. Like, what's the psyche of being a voice actor? And this, like, it's a tough question for me to answer because a majority of my work has been done, like, solo, right? But you got to consider, like, when you're dealing with somebody or when you're working with somebody hands-on like that, like Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, they did season after season of being in the booth together, acting with each other, like acting out these characters. Like, you develop legitimate relationships. Like, people will film a movie and find partners, best friends, things like that while they're filming a movie, right? And you consider, like, an episodic series where you're just constantly working together. Like, you know, how many seasons of the animated series were there?
Years.
Right? So, like, that's definitely something that you know, is like you're losing one of your best friends, right? And when Kevin Conroy went, like, and it's sad because Mark Hamill was like one of the most iconic Jokers, you know, of all time. But you know, it's definitely.
What do you think about Jim Carrey? Like, they said, like, he might be a Joker, or is that fake?
That's got to be fake.
Oh, but what do you think if he was like to do it? Would you be cool with that? Or is it...
I'd be cool. You know, I'd be cool with it just because I feel like as an actor, he's
like,
got the chops.
Yeah.
But he was already the Riddler. As cheesy as he was the Riddler.
That should remind me of an SPM. The Riddler. Like, I don't know why you just said that.
Is the fucking Riddler, fool?
Hey, homie. Hot Cheetos.
And then we can end it with this. This is just questions for this episode. So Joker starts it off with the football stuff. Bengals versus Chiefs predictions.
Bengals all the way.
Chiefs.
Joe Burrow got this in the bag, dog.
Bengals just been sliding in and shit like a fucking
That's
like a newborn.
Scarface right there.
You know, so I don't think I've ever voiced this really out loud, but I really like Patrick Mahomes, and I don't know if that's because I know he has a tie to baseball.
Isn't he injured?
He's fine.
He's hurt.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's hurt.
It's a high ankle.
The only
injury.
thing he said all night is, "Oh, he's fine." I like that.
I don't know, but I don't know if that's a case of just I like Patrick Mahomes, so I don't know if I root for the team or if I'm just rooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the
Like his
Bengals,
hair, huh?
I mean,
I don't even like it. I just like the hair.
but for the Bengals, I feel like I have a soft spot for people that haven't won.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like just here I am sounding like a football expert. I mean, Joe took him last year. You know what I mean? All the way. Now it's just he's taking to the finish line.
Yeah, he's had to live a whole year of that taste in his mouth.
Just with that, like he's hungry.
Yeah.
You know, but
then you can say the same thing about Chiefs though.
he is so cool in the pocket though. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just saying, man, like that's Scarface right there.
All right. And then,
Bengals are gonna win.
Of course,
Bengals all the way.
The next one is so then predictions for Eagles 49ers.
Eagles are fucking going heavy. I'm sorry, hey, to my boy Chan, to my other homies and shit. Eagles gonna go.
As an OG 49er fan, I think the Eagles are gonna take it.
It would be kind of cool though, 49ers to do it with the rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
even the Raiders finesse some motherfuckers that, you know, like Seahawks and shit. No one knew the Seahawks are gonna like lose, and then we beat them. So who knows, you know? But fuck. Hey, sorry, I had to bring up the Raiders again. I just stepped in shit. Had to bring that back. It's like, you know, you go on stage and shit like a comedian. Gotta bring it back.
Bring it back.
bring it back full circle.
And then Joker's last question. Oh man, I see my name in this. Okay, he said, I heard Mike Perez was once a vegetarian. It's true. He's raised vegetarian. which is weird because he trained animals to kill possums.
Damn. Was that
I
big,
didn't-
was
I
that
didn't
big break in
train-
there? Was that big break in there?
No, that was
That shit was funny though.
but
Did you do that?
no, dude. My dog was just a born killer, dude. He's a black lab.
Oh,
He's just
That's
doing,
not born killer.
he was just doing what he was bred to do.
aren't those things
Kill
lovable, or is
possums.
it
yeah,
only
that's
the
supposed to be
golden
super
ones?
nice.
Or is it only the golden ones?
Dude, he was put on Earth to do was just to rid the world
They're hunting
of
dogs. I'll give you
disgusting
that.
possums.
They're hunting dogs.
I didn't know.
Yeah, labs are hunting dogs.
I'm glad you guys got to see Steve's video, by the way,
That was awesome.
of nightmares. Dude.
Yeah.
Of nightmares like that. Ugh.
It's fucking disgusting.
All right. So now I'm gonna read. So then Lucy sent one in. She said, "How to protect yourself from others' negative energy."
How?
Yeah. How do you protect yourself from other people's negative?
Block
energy?
them.
Yeah, you put the glasses on, you block out the haters.
Just block them from Instagram, their numbers, all that stuff, and then when they see you, that's it. I don't know. Just block them from everything. What would you say?
Yeah. I mean, I think you just don't.
I had to cut out some people last year and stuff, and then they acted right, and then it kind of came back. So it was like, but it's like something they needed to see, because I was like, I ain't dealing with that bullshit.
See, I'm part of that too, where I feel like I don't think I ever truly cut anyone out. I just
Pause
they just
put them
take-
on pause.
Put them on pause, and
Yeah,
they
and then
hold
they
a different
seen like,
place in my life.
yeah, they seen and like, I need to kind of not act like he's like the same person I used to try to say this or do that to. It's like, nah, bitch, like we're all old over here.
Yeah.
I'm old. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for y'all guys. I'm fucking old. It's like,
All right, and then
yeah.
and then this last portion, it'll be all from our boy Chris Ballard. So this first one is it
Chrissy
says
questions,
never go to sleep mad at someone. It could be the last memory you have of them.
Facts.
I never go to sleep, man. Tomorrow's another day, new day. But
I get over things pretty quickly.
yeah,
Let's see.
there's a man thing.
Maybe.
I
I just don't care enough to be.
don't
like,
be a woman, be a man.
That dude
That
cracks
guy's
me
funny.
up.
Yeah, he hits home sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
What is it like? Don't drink coffee, just eat the beans or something. Like that. He said, Claudia said thank you for the shout out in episode 59. She feels loved. She's slowly getting better. Well, happy to hear that. She had a surgery, which is never fun. And
Praying for you.
praying for you, man. That's
That's gnarly.
that recovery is rough.
You and the family.
Okay. Chris, have you ever sent oh god. Have you ever sent a dick pic to the wrong person?
No.
Kind of reminds me of that one show. What was it? It was on Netflix, bro. And
Which one?
the,
Oh, Blue Mountain State?
no, it was the height of all that like shit with not Omegle, but whatever it was. What is it? Oh, we'll have to talk about this later and shit. But yeah, it was like a freaking like whole ass like thing about like the rise of this one guy and shit. And he was like the most hated man on the internet.
Is anyone up?
Is anyone up? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I used to be on there with the bands and shit with what's his name? Fucking Manny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from Impending Doom and shit. Sorry, drop your name, boy. You know.
Sorry, Manny.
Hey, well, we're just watching like what's going on here. But yeah, I was like, yo, like But I seen that shit. I was like, oh damn. But yeah, they were talking about sending the wrong stuff out too. And there were bands and stuff.
Dude,
it was
that
back in the
was-
day.
That went
It
from
was like
being
during
like
the scene. You
yeah,
know.
that went from being funny to being like terrifying.
Yeah, it's like real dark.
My life
Yeah.
is ruined.
Because then you start seeing like friends, and it's like, oh shit. I think the most uncomfortable picture of that era, and it was like from someone I know. It's not even like that bad. It was just like a cute picture, like a guy of
with his
a
feet
guy
in the
friend.
air and he was on his stomach. They're not that cute.
Dude, that's literally what it was.
He's all, you gonna ruin my name. That's literally what it
You're
was.
like, I look good. I looked good.
It's like when Drake calls you.
Dude, that's literally what the picture was.
Damn.
It was one of our buddies. And I remember just being like, oh man.
Oh, dude.
That's cute, bro. But leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's like,
It happens.
Oh,
I think that hit home so hard for us because it was part of our scene.
yeah, the culture, all that, yeah.
A friend of mine dated him, and then when they broke up, she was upset when all of a sudden all her nudes got leaked on the site. I'm like, the fuck do you expect?
Yeah, this is the leaker.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the leaker.
He's
Been leaked all over you. Oh, macaroni with the chicken strips.
All right. Any new TV series that you're looking forward to?
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
The one with Tommy Egan.
Which one?
You know, like Power
Mm-hmm.
with Tommy Egan. Like the white food, whatever. I don't know. He's like a G in that damn show.
It's like a spinoff?
He's been had it. He had his own like spinoff and stuff, but I'm waiting for like the next season. But anyways, but yeah, it's whatever. Star shit.
Weirdest thing you experienced last week?
Weirdest thing I experienced last week? It's not really that weird, but I was spraying Raptor liner on the van, you know, all the chrome and everything, and I just happened to wear joggers that day, and so I had a line of black on both of my ankles because a little bit of my ankle was showing while I was working on the van. So when I went to shower, I just had like black lines around my ankles, and at first it didn't click as to why. And I was like, oh, it's fucking truck bed liner. Just like scrubbing my legs. It's not that weird, but it's something that's not normal.
Got the Gaza, the wrists and ankles.
Yeah.
Are you looking at me?
Oh, yeah. Anything weird?
Nah, I can't recall. I felt like Kodak Black. I was like, I can't recall.
Your wife didn't put you in any compromising positions last week?
No, I'm just some weird, like, I don't know. I ate some Mexican food and like she was working out in the room. I kind of just farted when I let the dog in, and she's like, "Oh God, was that you?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, 'cause they never really stink anyway. But I was like, "Oh shit, maybe."
My bad.
Like, I don't know. I heard it too.
I'd open the door and fan it back and forth, but whatever.
That's normal. That's not that weird.
I mean, fuck. No one says that shit. I did. I was like, you know, put it out there. You?
I think so. A weird one, just because like I was completely. Let me backtrack. So, we kind of know amongst our group of friends, and Mike knows this. When you want a really honest opinion on your music,
You
go to Martin, and he'll give it to you straight. Another person that I kind of have that with, but in a different way, because it's more of like melody, poppy stuff like that. I go to Rick.
Yeah.
And so this week I put the lyrics to one of like a more like kind of poppy song for my other band.
For Mental Thrash?
For Mental Thrash, even though we have a different name. And so I sent it to Rick, and I'm like totally expecting him to kind of, because lyric content walked a very tightrope on that, and then melody wise go either way. So I don't know why. I think for myself I was mentally ready for Rick to just be like,
just shit on you.
Yeah, like, dude, what is this? Or like, you're a grown ass man. Why you running like this? But his response is very different. I was like surprised.
What did he say about it?
So he dug it. He liked it. He had some notes, obviously, he had some things like about the coming in higher in the chorus and things like that. But
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So I was just surprised because he was just like, no, this is cool, man. He's like, I dig it. It's really good. And I was I was waiting for the zinger afterwards or something. Like, this would be sick if you were
I always
13.
like when you hit like them high shits though, for real. Like, so I always like that band like I See Stars, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yo, I love when they just like have the chorus and it's just like hit the highs, you know?
Soar.
Yeah, because I listen to that fucking music all the time still too, you know. People look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, what? Like, I want to hear rap all fucking day, you know. I listen to fucking classical, listen to jazz, listen to fucking, you know, some country sometimes when I'm with my wife. You know, like I don't really like it, but sometimes like when they have like the drinking songs, I love that shit. You know, only the drinking songs. You know, it's like I got a drinking problem. Like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, I relate. I like that. You know, whatever. When I got it, it was like, you know, fuck you, bitch. Fuck
you broke my heart.
Yeah.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yep. You know, shit like that where it's kind of like quirky or whatever.
Fuck
but it's
your
still...
dog.
So, but yeah, no, definitely though. I do like that, you know, that higher pitch range and shit where it's just vibey, you know.
Yeah.
But also like that hard shit too, where it's like when it gets back into like oh shit. I can't even get to that level. Oh, hurt my throat.
It's not fun.
Does anybody have a?
How does what you gotta like drink like
Does anybody have a
tea and
lozenge?
shit or like
I mean,
like honey all day or what? Like,
I mean, it's just different, man. You got a lot of
never
warming
asked
up,
that.
a lot
Water.
of warming up, and then just staying hydrated, water.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're ruining your throats and shit. It's like,
Although, for when I'm doing, actually, it's not totally true. I was gonna say when I scream, I don't really do. I'll put a lot of honey
yeah.
in water if I'm doing screaming stuff.
Like recording screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually something I kind of started doing for the EP, and I did it a little bit for Burner State, even though Burner State doesn't really call for anything that aggressive. But I would get my coffee, and I'd have it with like my normal sweetener, just because I don't know. I think mentally like the sugar. I'm sure it's probably bad for me, but I'm sure like it felt like it was like coating my throat in a weird way.
That's why when I like do some of my verses, my vocals, I'll drink Coca-Cola or Jack and Coke and shit because it like relaxes my shit. Or I'll eat a fucking chocolate chip cookie. And I'm just like, oh, that chocolate in my throat and shit. I'm like, yeah, I feel like young Jeezy and shit, you know, like, you know, like I got that smooth voice.
Did I ever tell you my weird like way to like soothe my throat when I was recording? Powdered donuts.
Powdered donuts?
Yeah. Something about the
See,
weird,
everyone's got something,
the
right?
weird coolness to it, and then like of course like the boost of sugar.
Powdered donuts, honey and chocolate chips.
Like the weird, like normally you think powdered donuts like your throat's all dry and stuff like that, but like just the weird like coolness of the powdered sugar and all that stuff like that was like.
You're gonna look like that guy from Dave Chappelle.
Wait, so you do that
Tyrone
going
Biggles.
into recording or out of it?
Out of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, out of it or in between, and then drink water. In between songs.
I never knew this, Michael.
Yeah, I would
Try it,
like
dude.
specifically request
Get
them.
those little, you know, Stater Brothers.
The
bag.
donuts.
I'm like, it's for my voice.
Yeah.
These donuts are for my voice.
Obviously, there's a reason why we look like this, and you know, but
Yeah, and I know of some bands that do mostly screaming that they'll do like chocolate milk.
yeah,
Like that's what they.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, because
I eat
they get the
chocolate chip
spit?
cookies, so maybe, you know. I
it's
don't
the
know.
phlegm that builds up.
Yeah, that or Coca-Cola. But yeah, sometimes I don't want to drink Jack and Coke. I just want to just, you know, be sober.
Yeah,
I already have it written down, like, you know.
Yeah.
I drink that to like get my writing up, you know. I'm like, all right,
creative juices.
Yeah, then when I'm done with it, I'm like, no, I'm good. Let me just lay it out, you know. So, but yeah.
And then Chris asked for a Burner State recording update. We're getting close to being done with the music. I still have like 5 songs left, I think. So yeah, I it kind of just depends on scheduling. We could be done like in 2 days, really, but it kind of just a scheduling thing. Bert Kreischer or Joey Coy? Joe Coy. I said Joey Coy.
Joe Coy.
I was like, who's Joey Coy? Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Bert Kreischer, but it's Joe Coy.
I like Joey Coy.
It's so relatable to Filipinos, Mexicans,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
White people.
white people.
Yeah, he's funny.
Okay, they say suicide is more common in men over women. Why do you think this is true?
I think I actually had this discussion today. I think that it is a lot easier for men to get lost in their own emotions because a lot of times they don't talk about it. A lot of times, you know, especially when it comes to relationships and things like that, right? As a man, you are kind of like it's your job to be there for your kids, your household, your
be the
wife,
rock.
your spouse. Yeah, you're the rock, right? And then when it gets to a point where like you're feeling emotional about something, let's say you're feeling emotional about something with your partner, right? You kind of approach your partner with this, not everyone, but a majority of them end up finding ways to make it about themselves. And then now you have to put your problems aside to deal with the fact that they feel hurt by what you've told them. Right. And then that just leads to a buildup in a lot of men, because we just, you just get to a point where you realize it's just better off that I don't talk about my feelings or my emotions, because if I bring up something that's hurting me and you're part of the problem, you're hurt by the idea that I'm hurting, and then now I have to tend to your needs, right? So for a lot of dudes, you kind of just suck it up and you just go, okay, I'm just gonna, kind of deal with this on my own. I'm gonna figure out a way through it. Like, a majority of men are problem solvers. Like, we find a solution
And problem starters.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's usually like you get to your wit's end and there's just nothing left for you to really, to resort to. And unfortunately, that's where it ends up leading, I think.
Yeah, definitely agree. I feel like women definitely it's a little more easier for them more commonplace for them to speak with their friends and to get things out and to hear another perspective and to get different views on something.
I mean, there's lots of guys that talk like bitches too.
Yeah.
So like
Facts.
they just pillow talk like a motherfucker, and
That's
I
Mike
know a
and
lot of
myself.
them. But it's just a fine line and stuff. But did you ever see that video where that female went undercover trying to be a man?
Yeah, she ended up
Killed
committing
herself.
suicide.
Yeah, because she was like, just the weight of a man was too heavy on just whatever was, being dealt to her. Well, yeah, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always two sides to a story and whatever could go on and stuff. But yeah, for the most fact, yes.
Yeah, I think it's just generally men have a harder time to express themselves. So
that's why that's why they got to talk to the homies, and then you guys, check in with the homies. So then that
normalize it.
Stops around this area over here. So I think we're good.
Full circle.
Dang, we should have ended with that, but there's more.
It's all right. We'll save it for next week.
With that.
When going to the store, are you in a get in, get out, or do you walk around the whole store picking stuff up?
I only walk around the whole store picking stuff up if I'm by myself. Other than that, if somebody's with me, I'm like, we know what we need. Let's just get it and go.
I think I'm always getting it out.
If I'm by myself and I have time to kill, snacks, probably gonna find like a t-shirt.
You're at the Waterman Mall.
Yeah. Some neo blue skinny jeans.
Gold chain. He's all,
A gold chain. Some diamonds. Some fake diamonds.
Found his cheese whiz.
A few more. Okay, so Travis Barker or Joey Jordanson? I don't know who Joey Jordanson is.
So Travis Barker.
Yeah, Travis Barker, I guess.
I mean, he worked with everyone too, so hip hop, rock, all that.
Joey Jordanson, Slipknot, right?
Oh, is it? Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Wait, is that original or
without all the other percussionists behind him?
Mm-hmm.
Just solo?
OG Slipknot drummer. He passed away, didn't he?
I believe so.
I think he did. I think he died.
In high school, I told all these girls that I was in Slipknot because they all had fucking masks on. I was like, oh shit, but they're all out of Ohio and shit, or Iowa or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Iowa.
Yeah.
This
I-
one is.
I would say Travis Barker, just in the sense that he's crossed so many genres and done
Boundaries,
so
yeah.
much more. If we're just talking like, if we were to strictly stick to one genre,
And he's with in
Jordan's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
The good
I
one, though,
mean,
not
yeah.
not the hoary,
not as crazy.
but
All right, last two. So, do you feel mental health is becoming more easier for people to talk openly about?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll just agree with him, bro. Like, I had nothing to say. I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
And then the last one, do you feel that the homeless population is increasing since COVID?
In LA,
Everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think that COVID fucked up a lot of stuff for a lot of people. You know, aside from, you know, the people who RIP like got sick, lost their lives, things like that. I think it severely affected. Yeah, it severely affected businesses, people's livelihoods. You know, a lot of people were never able to bounce back. And then because of that, because of like the crazy housing markets, and you know, it's all a snowball effect. Now we're at a point where fucking rent is unaffordable, like especially by yourself. Like you can't even rent an apartment for like under what $2,000 a month.
Palm Villas.
You know, so
No, yeah.
it's just it sucks, and it's especially in California.
I feel like everyone's just trying to get, you know, like, even if you own a house in California, like, you're still fucking poor. You know, it's like, damn, like I got.
Why you gotta call me out like that, man?
I'm fucking. I feel like I'm poor. I'm not even using my heater no more ever since that shit went down, dude. I got
SoCal gas.
so many heaters going on in my house, like wall heaters, floor heaters, and shit. I'm like,
SoCal,
I ain't
SoCal
fronting this
gas.
shit. So yeah, they fucked us up.
Kelly actually posted this, and I 1,000% agree. What I paid $50 for last year, I'm now paying $250.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at like 1 something, and then we're at like 4 something now, and it's like not even the fucking winter time and shit.
Yeah.
It's like it quadrupled. They're like, oh, it'll probably double. It's like, no, bitch, it quadrupled, bitch.
I have
the fuck you talking about? The fuck, dude? Gotta go to fucking, you know, Mervin's or something, get some socks. Is that even open anymore? I don't even know, but damn.
I have my Nest thermostat on my phone, and every now and then I'll check it because I know crime is home. And it'll be set to like 76. I'm like 72. Turn it down.
Yeah.
From my
I feel like
my phone.
I feel like that one like commercial is all turning into your parents.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Oh shit. But yeah, man. So, well, thank you guys for the.
Yeah.
He's all right. You're the one who's gonna end the show.
And with that, he's
Oh, man.
like, thanks for coming out, everyone. Take us home.
Take us home. Take us home.
But yeah, hey, thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in and shit. Hey, we got Mike from NBR. We got Mikey Diamonds. You know, so thank y'all again.
Dude,
I
thank
didn't
you.
catch your name and shit, but he been working the fucking sticks over there.
Jesse.
Jesse, hey.
Jesse's been putting in work.
Oh, Toca, right?
Yeah.
I see you on Instagram. I know your damn name now. All right. I was like, shit, at least I know that much, right? So, hey, no, but thank y'all and shit. Tune in next week for episode 63. Peace.
62. Oh,
Whatever. 62. Right? I thought you said 60. Oh.
62.
Hey,
62.
cut that.
It's staying.
Shout out to Megan Golden. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh.
Megan. We're recording this
birthday.
on your birthday.
Yeah.
At Walking Blind Pod on everything. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com. At MGM Measures.
Yeah, Instagram.
At MGM Beat It Up. You know.
That's the production.
So
Sounds like porn.
make sure you guys.
You beat it up. Like, hey, yeah, that's the beats and shit. Don't worry.
MGM Beat It Off.
Yeah.
That note, we're out. Peace.
MGM beat me up.